Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call to order this Monday, June 30th, 2025 meeting of the Pullman Public Schools Board of Directors. This will be a special board meeting, and so we will have no comments, and we're going to jump straight into opening items. So record attendance, call the meeting, and then Resolution 242512, sale of surplus real property. And I believe, Justin, please come up.
Can you do that one, Justin?
Do we need to announce the agenda change?
Yeah, I was going to say, do we have to approve the agenda?
We have to approve the agenda.
Oh, it's not on there. Okay.
Hold on, Justin. So we have to approve because you're going to ask her if there are any changes to the agenda.
Are there any changes to the agenda, Bob?
Yes, there is a change.
Do you want to add approve to the agenda on the agenda? Because that's okay.
So
We're going to add approve agenda.
We're just going to move the order. We're going to start with B, go to A, and then end with C.
Okay,
That's the
perfect.
only change to the agenda.
I move approval of the agenda as amended.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded that we approve the agenda as amended. Are there any questions on the motion? All right, seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, the motion passes. And now we'll proceed to item A, Resolution 242512, sale of surplus real property. So, Justin, please
Okay.
continue.
Thank you, everyone. So this is the resolution declaring the intent to sell property. And Pullman School District has owned 2.25 acres that include the Pullman Aquatic Center since 1970. Over time, the district has determined that this property is no longer necessary for current or future educational purposes. In accordance with our district policy, which outlines the procedures for disposing of real property deemed surplus, the district has initiated the process to formally transfer ownership. This includes declaring the property surplus and securing board approval prior to finalizing the sale. Finalizing approval of this resolution of these 2.25 acres, including the Pullman Aquatic Center, will be sold to Schweitzer Engineering Laboratories under the terms outlined in the purchase and sale agreement.
All right, are there any questions for Justin? Amanda?
Justin, just to clarify,
Yep.
even though we're selling it to Schweitzer Engineering, we still plan to have an agreement with them to use it for our swim teams
Correct.
and fifth grade camp and whatever else we still need it for, is that correct?
Yes, so in that purchase and sale agreement is that language that discusses future use for Pullman School District. And it is, what's lined up is everything that we have used it for and what we intend to use it for in the future. Fifth grade camp, second, third grade swim lessons, those things will still be available for Pullman School District.
Awesome, great, thank you.
Yeah.
Nice.
Lisa?
Yeah, I know that the 2.25 acre area has changed a little bit as you've noted. What, can you just remind us what kind of the boundaries of that are?
Sure, yes. It runs along the sidewalk of Greyhound Way, and then it goes a few, probably maybe 20 yards past the building towards the high school, and then heads north up past the gazebo into Military Hill Park, and then makes its way back across the kind of the top hill right by the play structures right there. And then follows that hill down, and then kind of follows right along the top of the hill down to the parking lot, and then back down to the corner there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
and that's
Any
right
other
on
questions?
2.25.
Okay, I think, given that this is time sensitive, I would like to ask that the board move this to an action item this evening, and so I would entertain a motion.
I would make a motion to move this resolution, I don't have the number in front of me,
242512.
242512 to an action item tonight.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded that we move Resolution 242512, sale of surplus real property, to an action item this evening. Are there any questions on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, the motion passes. This is now an action item. Are there any additional questions for Justin?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay, then.
I move approval of resolution 242512. It keeps moving it so I can't see it. Sale of surplus real property.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded that we approve Resolution 242512, sale of surplus real property. Are there any questions on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, the motion passes. Thank you very much, Justin.
Thank you.
And I believe you're going to be right up there for the second one. Purchase and sale agreement, sale of surplus real property.
Yes, so the next step is the purchase and sale agreement. And so Pullman School District has entered into a purchase and sale agreement with SEL. for the transfer of ownership of the Pullman Aquatic Center and the surrounding 2.25 acres of property. And this agreement outlines the terms and conditions under which SEL will acquire the facility and associated land from the district. The sale aligns with the district's long-term facility operational planning goals and represents a collaborative effort to ensure the property continues to serve the community in a meaningful way. SEL's intended use of the property will reflect their ongoing investment in Pullman community and commitment to supporting local infrastructure. District administration has worked closely with legal counsel and real estate professionals to ensure that the agreement protects the district's interest while facilitating a smooth transition. All necessary due diligence and procedural steps will be followed prior to finalizing the transfer. Additional updates regarding timelines, closing procedures, and any remaining operational considerations, including interim facility use agreements, if applicable, will be brought to the board's attention, to the board as needed.
Okay, are there any questions for Justin? Okay, and
I was just gonna say,
Go
I just
please.
want to say thank you to Schweitzer Engineering for doing this. I think that it's very generous and a great opportunity for, I think it'll help the city and the school district and the community, and I really appreciate that they're doing this for everybody.
absolutely, here.
Thank you. Yeah.
Ask a question.
Yes, please.
This is just, I agree with that. I wanted to just bring up that this is not like the final step, but it is time sensitive. And it mentioned that we're gonna get updates about some of the ongoing timeline stuff. Could you just summarize kind of what the intended kind of scale of that timeline is right now?
Sure, yes. So as this moves forward, the timeline would be, if things continue as planned, paperwork gets completed, goes through a process with the city. It looks like in discussions with SEL that it would be probably after the 15th of September when it would finalize for the sale, for everything to get completed.
Are there any other questions? Okay, this being a time-sensitive issue, I would like to request that we move this one to an action item as well. So I would like to entertain that motion if you all are interested.
I can see the number of it. That would be helpful.
Oh, that's fine. It's just the purchase and sale agreement, sale of surplus real
It's right at
property.
the top.
Okay, I move that we,
They go to the top.
sorry.
Keep smithing it so we can't read
Is
it.
that you, Bob?
Yeah, sorry, Bob,
Okay.
can we
I
say
got you,
that?
I got you.
It's like a trick.
I move that we purchase and sale agreement, sale of surplus real property from a discussion item to an action item.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded that we move purchase and sale agreement, sale of surplus real property to an action item this evening. Are there any questions on the motion? All right, seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, the motion passes. Now, the action item, purchase and sale agreement, sale of surplus real property, is under discussion. Does anyone have any questions on the now action item?
Make a motion that we approve the purchase and sale agreement, sale of surplus real property.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded that we approve the purchase and sale agreement, sale of surplus real property. Are there any questions on the motion? All right, seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The motion passes. All right, next, the short-term interlocal agreement between City of Pullman and PSD. Justin, I think this is you as well, isn't it? Okay, perfect, carry on.
Okay, so this kind of leads to Lisa's question. So the existing interlocal agreement that we have with the city, that Pullman School District has with Pullman City, is set to expire at the end of August. So August 31st of '25, that's set to expire. And to ensure a smooth transition and continued operations of the Pullman Aquatic Center, the city and district have collaborated to establish a short-term interlocal agreement. And this interim agreement will extend the partnership from September 1st through 2025 through December 31st, 2025. The idea behind this is, as I mentioned in the last discussion, was that it's likely that it will be September 5th or a little bit later that the sale is finalized. And so we need something in the meantime to have something in place so that everyone outside of the city and Pullman School District and SEL, the pool just functions as normal for them. So with no interruptions. And so the idea is to have this interlocal in place. It's short term. we put it through to the end of the calendar year, which is plenty of time to make sure that we have everything covered to have the sale finalized.
Are there any questions for Justin? Okay, and then this item also is time sensitive. We want to give the city some time to plan their upcoming fall activities, so go ahead, please.
I just had one question with this. This is still the same as it's been before as far as like cost sharing and everything else that we've collaborated with the city on before? There's nothing changing?
Correct.
From the current situation to the temporary?
Yes, and even with this temporary, every year we've typically gone up, the price goes up for what we pay, the fee every year. And with the agreement with the city, it's just going to stay the same rate that we paid this year for those next 4 months. So everything stays the same for these next 4 months. Yeah.
And just to clarify the timing on it, and I know Justin probably has already explained this well, but we want to give the city and Schweitzer time to kind of collaborate on the building. And so the reason it's going to be up for sale in September, but go all the way through December, is to give that time to kind of transition the building. So I think that's a good idea, so. Okay, seeing no questions, I would ask that we move this to action this evening. And it is the short-term interlocal agreement between City of Pullman and PSD.
I would like to make a motion that we move this discussion item to an action item, the short-term interlocal agreement between City of Pullman and PSD.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded that we move the short-term interlocal agreement between City of Pullman and PSD to an action item this evening. Are there any questions on the motion? All right, seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, the motion passes. All right, now the action item, short-term interlocal agreement between the City of Pullman and PSD is under discussion. Are there any questions for Justin?
Nope. I move approval of the short-term interlocal agreement between City of Pullman and PSD.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded that we approve the short-term interlocal agreement between City of Pullman and PSD. Are there any questions on the motion? All right, seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
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 All right, the motion passes. Thank you all very much. That is the last item on our agenda. Are there any other questions from the board? All right, then I hereby adjourn the meeting. Y'all have a great evening.
Thank you.